Good morning to all of you, and good morning to my fellow colleagues in the press. A few remarks. I thank all the members of Congress, the senators who are here with us, and I have asked Carlos Jimenez and Mario Diaz-Balart to be next to me because the words that I'm going to be speaking echo what they're feeling. And then I'm going to give the opportunity to the senators and the rest of the members of Congress to speak to you or give you some sound bites. As you know, I'm Maria Salazar. I'm the representative of District Number 27 in South Florida, the heart of the Cuban exile community in the United States, the city of Miami. And as I stand here today, the Cuban people are crying for freedom. Yesterday, as you know, the whole world watched as hundreds of Cuban dissidents were silenced by the regime. A few weeks ago, Cuba's brave freedom fighters planned to go back to the streets and shout libertad, or liberty, once again. They encountered threats, kidnappings, and abuse. And yesterday, when the time came, they were muzzled once again. Junior Garcia, for example, the brave leader of this movement, has been under siege in his own home for days. They have covered his windows with enormous flags to cloak him in darkness and force him back into submission. For 6 decades, 62 years, this murderous regime has put a stranglehold on the Cuban people, but now the Cubans are saying enough. That's why every opposition leader right now is under house arrest. And dozens of teenagers who dared on July 11th to demand liberty on the streets of Havana are condemned to rot in a Cuban prison just for screaming liberty. That's why the repressive apparatus shuts down internet access every time. So the world won't see what they're doing to their own people. For months, the Cuban people have done their part. Now we, the United States, we must do ours. This country is the shining light of democracy in a sea of darkness that engulfs the Cubans for 60 years. But when they took to the streets in July, as I said, the Biden administration was all talk and no action. As the Congresswoman of the city of Miami, as I said, the heart of the Cuban exile community, the city of Miami, I am asking the White House once again, one thing and only one thing. Turn on the internet. Put your money where your mouth is. The technology we know is out there. Do the due diligence. Let's send a clear message to the Cubans that they are not alone. And it's not only Cuba. It's Venezuela. It's Nicaragua. It's Afghanistan. We're sending the wrong message to dictators around the world that we, the United States, the beacon of hope, is missing in action. I call once again on this administration to work with the technology companies to provide internet to Cuba. There are no excuses. Cuba will be free soon. We know that. The Castro's days are numbered, and they know it. The regime knows that their days are numbered. The Cuban people are on the right side of history. The United States needs to be with them. Now it's up to the Biden administration to do so. Thank you. Now some remarks en español. Ustedes saben que yo soy la representante de la ciudad de Miami, que es el corazón del exilio cubano en los Estados Unidos. Y estamos aquí para denunciar lo que el régimen cubano hizo ayer de meter a todo el mundo que quería salir a las calles presos. Todos están presos. Pero nosotros estamos aquí ayudando y soportando y dándole énfasis y dándole una voz de esperanza a esos cubanos que están presos, que no están solos. Por eso le estamos pidiendo a la administración del presidente Biden una vez más, y yo lo he hecho muchas veces, que prenda el internet, que llame a las compañías que tienen la tecnología de hacer que el internet se pueda subir en Cuba cuando ETETSA lo tumbe. Por eso le estoy pidiendo ahora una vez más a la administración del presidente Biden que haga el due diligence, que haga lo que tiene que hacer y que provee conectividad a los cubanos. Eso es lo único que necesitamos y los cubanos harán el resto. Los cubanos están del lado correcto de la historia. Ahora depende que esta administración esté con los cubanos del lado correcto de la historia. Thank you. Now